So for about 8 years.
About 8 years.
John played this bass. I went and played. I filled in with a gig. Played with the Love Brothers up in.
Mike Love, right?
It's up in Silverthorne.
Oh.
It's the Beach Boys. I think it's a little different. And those guys were playing, and in the middle of a song, I was jamming with them, playing with them, and the bass player was like, "Hey, you need an upright bass?" And I was like, "Yeah." You got one? He's like, "Well, I got one that's broke. You want to buy it?" We played through the rest of the song. Song stopped. I was like, "You being serious?" Because yes, I want to buy your upright bass. How much? He said, "Case of PBR." And I said, "Sold. I will be there." And I feel like he didn't want to sell it to me after he said that.
That guy could have got 2 cases of
I could
PBR.
sell it for real money. So
I
yeah, right? So I ran and got the case of PBR as quickly as I could. I went to his house, showed up. I was like knocking on the door. I was like, "Remember what you said? Here's your case of PBR." He's like, "Oh yeah, come in the back room." And the bass, the bottom had someone had dropped it, and the bottom.
The upright bass has got the end pin. Somebody had kind of gone on the steps or something like that.
Well, the Love Brothers partied when they played. You know.
Oh yeah.
They would get down.
Yeah.
I about spilled my beer when I was telling that story. And yeah, it's getting crazy in here.
Safe.
And so John then played that small bass for a little while, and I was like, "Dude, maybe let's take this one and see if someone can fix it." And then who was the guy, Jared, that fixed it?
Eric Trujillo.
Eric Trujillo, I think.
Eric
yeah.
Trujillo,
Obviously,
Me Vita Strings on
good
down
place
by
to go.
Federal Boulevard in Denver.
Saved our ass.
Me Vita Strings. Yeah, he's been my bass guy since. Yeah, he's a luthier. He's a really cool guy. Me Vita Strings. So he fixed the bottom of the bass, put it together for I don't know a couple $100 or something like that. Reinforced it. Yeah, a little bit more. Yeah, so it automatically, finally it's still cheaper than any other bass in the world. And then I started playing on that thing and lugging it around, and then I dropped it. I was at the music store shopping for a.
I was hoping you'd include this. It's a good story.
So I went into Rob's Music in Boulder, and I brought my bass in with my zippy case, my flappy case. And I brought it in. I said, "I need a bass amp," and he said, "Okay, try these out." And had to pick up in there, so I got my bass out of the case. And there's this little kid and his dad walking around shopping for guitars. And I pulled out my upright, and the kid was like, "Wow, Dad, what's that?" You know, and I'm like, "Hey, it's an upright bass. You want to try it?" You know, I'm always hanging out, and like kids love upright basses. So they do their thing. I'm doing my thing, and I'm testing it through this amp. And I would never just leave my bass somewhere precariously, right? So I stuck it between this chair and an amp, and I'm like, tested it, like poke it, you know, you just kind of make sure it's not going to go anywhere. Yeah, shake it a little bit. And I'm like, it's totally solid. I'm going to go use the bathroom. So I turned around and took a step, and my left foot was wrapped around the cable that was attached to the pickup in my bass, and it gave it a good, and I literally watched it go, like slow. It wasn't just slow motion in my brain. It literally just was slow motion. I was like, yeah. And it just, and hit the ground. And if you've never heard an upright bass explode, you're missing something. It was incredible. It was just, bang! And the kid jumped about 3 feet in the air, and I jumped. I just stared at it. The neck's off. The strings are everywhere. The bridge is halfway across the room. Right, and then the kid goes to his dad. He goes, "Was that his bass?" Because he wasn't sure if I was shopping for it. Anyway, I just was mortified. I just looked at all the pieces, and I went, just started breathing hard. My face got hot, and I didn't know what to do. So I just got all the pieces, and I shoved them in the case. I shoved them in the bag, and the bag's all limp. You know, the bag. I just took the bag over my shoulder, and the guy walks in from what he was doing with another customer. He was helping me. He's like, "Did you find your? What did you? What?" And I was just, I was kind of crying. I go, "I gotta go."
And you went straight to Eric.
And I went straight to Eric Trujillo at Me Vita Strings. Oh yeah. I gave him like, "Is it dead forever?" And he opened it up. He was, I can save her. I can save her." And I just left. Just driving home like shaking.
That guy has paid rent like 5 times.
Oh, he's putting his kids through college with me.
Almost free bases, actually. Can't be very expensive.
Almost free bases, actually. Can be very expensive.
It can be very expensive. And the last time that last thing that happened on the end pin when that broke, that just happened again when we were at the Big Wonderful, or what was that's called?
Actually, yeah.
Oktobergrass.
Chris was playing with us at that
Chris
time.
was playing with us, and I heard this gang,
Oh, you
boom,
want to pee a pig.
and it started failing. I took it back in. He said it's going to be $1,500 to fix this now. But I got this 1951 K sitting here on consignment, and so not that day, but 3 days later, with the help of 2 of my friends, the
City.
Hopkinses,
Shout out City.
Ange and Rob.
Hey, Ange and Rob.
Hi, Ange and Rob. Heck yeah. compliments to that. So anyway, that's how I got the new bass that I'm playing right now, which I love, and it makes a lot of good noise, and I'm learning how to make some good noises with it.
No, that was fantastic.
Anyway, long story long.